Today, I would like to introduce to you the Talmuds, the old woman selling wisdom. I believe this story contains an important message that is relevant even today. There was a poor young couple living in a village. They were so poor that the man decided to go and earn money abroad. After working in a distant town for 8 years, he saved up a bag full of gold coins. The man hurried on the journey, which took 20 days on foot, thinking that he could finally return to his wife. As he entered a town looking for a place to stay, the man decided to use 1 gold coin to buy a souvenir for his waiting wife. However, there was nothing in the market that he liked. Just as he was about to give up on buying a souvenir and return to his lodgings, he saw an old woman sitting in a corner of the market selling something. Curious, the man asked the woman, "What are you selling?" The old woman replied, "I'm selling wisdom." With a wrinkled face, "Sell me that wisdom," the man said. And the old woman replied, "Then pay me all the gold coins in the bag." The man was surprised at how expensive the price was, but he thought that wisdom was more valuable than anything else, so he handed her all his gold coins. "Then I'll teach you. First, if there are 2 roads to the same destination, never try to take the shortcut. Take the safer, longer route. Second, even if anger rises in your head, don't let it explode on the spot. Wait a night. Your thoughts the next morning will lead you to the right path." The man was about to return to his inn, thinking about what the old woman meant by wisdom. But then he suddenly came to his senses and became anxious. Is that wisdom worth a bag full of gold coins? He wondered, running all over the old woman. There was no sign of the old woman, but where she had been sitting, he found a tallit, a shawl worn by Jews around the shoulders, underneath which he found the gold coin he had paid with. The man was puzzled, but took the gold coin from underneath the tallit. The next morning he got into his carriage and hurried home. As he approached a mountain road, he saw that the road forked into Japan. One was a normal road that went around the mountain, and the other was a rough road that went over the mountain. The rough road was the shorter route, but then the man touched the tallit he had been wearing on his shoulder, and he remembered the wisdom the old woman had taught him. He then instructed the carriage driver to take the normal road, even if it took longer. When he arrived in his hometown and asked, he was told that a landslide had occurred on the mountain road, and most of the carriages had fallen into the valley. The man arrived late at night. He wanted to rush home as fast as he could, but he thought his wife might already be asleep, so he decided to spend the night at a nearby inn. When he entered the inn, he found his wife working there. However, she acted as if she didn't know him. She treated him as if he was a stranger, and the man was extremely angry. "I've been working here for 8 years, And now I've come home with this attitude of not knowing anything about you. I'm sure she's found another man." The man was about to yell at his wife. But then his hand touched the tallit on her shoulder, and he remembered the old woman's wisdom. Not wanting to explode, he waited a night. And when he returned home and opened the door, his wife jumped on him. "Oh, it was you after all. I saw someone who looked a lot like you at the end. But you were dressed so well that I thought it might be someone else, so I didn't say anything to you. Oh, I'm glad you've come back. I'm glad. No, I'm sorry I didn't say anything to you. You acted as if you didn't know me, so I thought you'd forgotten about me." The two embraced each other and were happy to be reunited. After that, the two of them worked together and lived happily ever after. Only by making sacrifices and feeling pain can we gain wisdom and acquire guidelines for living wisely.